All right, so I'm not sure what happened exactly overnight, but I did wake up today to a bunch of DMs and a lot of comments from you guys on my older videos talking about the wormhole enchant. Now, I'm going to be honest, in the past, I've talked about this and I've said that the enchant is completely useless. I have no idea why anyone would ever use it, but some of you have brought up some pretty good points in my comments. And most importantly, some of you in my DMs have provided some proof on how it could actually be really useful. So for that reason, in today's video, we're going to go ahead and put this on our Rod of the Depths, and we're going to check to see what exact use this has. For one, I obviously want to see how much money I can make in a full run of Aurora with this, as well as having some Merlin luck stacked up on top of that. I just want to kind of get an absurd amount here so that way I don't run out, because I do technically have to make my way inside of depths now. Now, while we're in the process of trying to get wormhole on the Rod, there's a couple of things that I want to get off my chest about this. So realistically, what some of you have reached out to me about it is that you've been lucky enough to get your hands on a whale shark, or even something else that I didn't even know was possible, but also a spectral serpent. Now, while this is great and all, and super exciting if it actually is possible, which I mean, in theory, it should be. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that it's like a 45% chance to be able to get anything from any pool, or should I be more specific, any drop pool that's all around the entire world. But the main issue that I have with this is that majority of people that are getting all of these spectral serpents and all of these whale sharks are running things like Max Merlin, Aurora totems, as well as 8 times luck. So it's kind of feeding a little bit of false hope to all of these people that are putting on wormhole and then doing these runs with absolutely none of those lucks activated, which I mean, to be fair, a lot of the tests that I do here on the channel, I do it with max luck activated, but that's also to just make money. So whether you do or don't have the luck on, you're still going to be making more money from one or the other. This is something that sort of determines what you get solely based off of luck. Because again, it really seems like most people are doing this to be able to accomplish things like finally getting their spectral serpent, or finally being able to get a couple of extra whale sharks, since they are fairly rare to spawn in the whole entire random event. Also off topic, but I really hope this doesn't take me forever to get. I have a feeling that it's going to take me an absolute year. I've been having terrible luck over here at the enchants. Now, obviously, we know from my previous test video that at least with full luck activated, I make about 171k from the start to the end of an Aurora event with the Rod of the Depths and Abyssal. Speaking of the random event, there is the Great Hammerhead Shark. That is actually hilarious. I literally never get hasty, but the time that I need wormhole, I get hasty. I swear, dude, this enchant is like working against me right now. Now, another thing, oh wait, speaking of which, we got it, perfect. But anyways, like I was gonna say, another thing that I find kind of odd is that people are sort of using the Rod of the Depths for an enchant that requires a lot of luck. Don't get me wrong, I understand that a lot of people are doing it because of the ghost. But then again, if you really think about it, I mean, I guess it does make sense. Technically speaking, the Rod of the Depths is the one with the highest luck, as well as the highest control and highest resilience for just in case if you do end up running into like the whale shark, or you end up running into the spectral serpent. Obviously, if you're a little more soulless and like maybe you're just like super duper sweaty, then that extra 20% with a trident would be better. And I mean, don't get me wrong, if you have like an absolute top tier gaming chair, you're like super duper armpit sweaty, you could definitely go with a destiny rod 250%. Although I don't exactly think that you can, because of the fact that it has a 2000 max kg. And as a matter of fact, that might be the reason why people also don't use the trident. It's only a 6000. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the smallest spectral serpent is like 10k. I don't know, someone will correct me in the comments. I know they always do. Next step for our journey here is going to be to find ourselves a whirlpool and also grab ourselves an Aurora totem. I can't forget about that. All right, so we've made it to the depths, and we're going to make this extremely simple. First off, we're going to go ahead and clear our inventory here, just in case if there's anything extra that I need to sell here. We're going to go ahead and pull out our ghost. We're switching over to my good old trusty rapid catcher, so that way it is an instant catch. And then of course, ideally I would want to do this without the 8 times luck in the server, but I also do feel like if I don't purchase the 8 times luck, then everybody's going to comment telling me that I'm not fair because I test all of the other stuff with the luck activated. So for that reason, I'm just going to go ahead and grab it. So there we go. 8 times luck is officially active in my server for the next 44 minutes. Now all we need is double sundial really quick, get ourselves a fresh brand new night, and then the next step will be to pop our Aurora totem. Now at the end of all of this, we're going to see, one, how much we get, and number two, we're going to see what we actually get. So let's not waste any more time. Let's pop the Aurora totem, and good luck. All right, so right there we have a full run completed. I'm not gonna lie, man, we actually did catch quite a few whale sharks. Not only did we get regular ones, but we also got one that actually had a mutation. I believe it was a hexed. Now, obviously the one that I have locked right here, I already previously had, but this is the hexed one that we actually fished up from inside of here. So in total, we got 3 whale sharks and pretty much 0 spectral serpents. So take that as you will. This was ran with full luck. We had Aurora turned on, we had Merlin turned on, and we also had 8x active. I would also like to point out that every single whale shark was caught by me and not by my ghost. Although my ghost was pulling in some pretty decent stuff as well, and the wormhole was working for him. So as far as like catching really rare things, am I impressed? Not really. I mean, this is with completely full max luck, and I really only caught 3 whale sharks. So as far as like the catching stuff, I think it's pretty meh, but it also could just be that maybe I have absolutely terrible luck. I'm sure that if I would have got a spectral serpent, I would have been like, dude, this is a great idea. And still, there is one other selling point to this, and that is how much did we make for that entire run? We know that with Abyssal, I roughly got about 171k. We'll be a little generous and say 170k flat. If this comes anywhere even close to that, then I'm willing to use Wormhole. I mean, I feel like it's definitely a good option. It's for sure fun to sort of always have like a dice roll to see what it is that you're going to get. But let's see, we're going to sell everything, including the whale sharks. How much are we earning here? Come on, more than 170? 127. So, you know, that's a little bit off from the 171, but you could say that the Abyssal run maybe was just a lucky run and we got a lot of good Abyssal mutated fish over there. So do I think it's worth it? I think if you want to be making a decent amount of money and also passively working on your bestiary, then yeah, absolutely Wormhole is worth it on the Rod of the Depths. Personally, I'll be going back to Abyssal just because I don't really care for passively working on my bestiary. I would rather just go to the specific place and work on it if I need to. I think it's going to be a little unfortunate for people that maybe are not running max luck and do decide to switch over to Wormhole. They're going to see some pretty bad results for the most part. Unless you're in maybe a private server that's constantly dropping auroras or constantly has people purchasing like, you know, 2 times, 4 times, 8 times luck. I really don't think it's worth it. But, you know, that's just my opinion. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. You guys voice your opinions every single time, and I'm all for it, man. I like reading them. Don't feel like you need to say that you don't want to offend me or anything. It doesn't offend me. I promise. It's literally just a game. Hit me with your best shot, man. Just hit me with your best shot. I'm totally okay with being wrong. Either way, man, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel. We are down to the last 2 days until this quality of life update drops. I read your comments yesterday. I know I'm kind of scared on the rod skins too. Either way, man, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.